Fantastic. What a powerful way to open this show up. Everyone, thank you for joining us here on Our Band Show. Once again, I'm your host, Christian Ivanko. This is Our Band Show, a show where every month we go live
Our band show.
with an incredible band from our area. Tonight's act is, of course, the amazing Ramona Lane from Kingston and New Paltz.
Hello.
Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Live and direct
Thanks
to
for
the
having
internet.
us. Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you guys for taking the time to make some room in your schedule for our little show here. We really appreciate it.
We're super thrilled to be here.
Fantastic. Well, it seems like the feeling's mutual. Guys, if you're thrilled that Ramona Lane's here, and we know you are, because if you just heard what we heard, how could you not be? Comment a duck emoji in the chat.
Hit us with
that's
that
the
duck.
that's the emoji of choice, the animal of choice from the band here this evening.
Talking
And
about quack, quack, baby.
Little beep boops on the,
join our
on the
gaggle.
boop beeps.
Join our gaggle here. Show the band some love, guys. If you want to leave a question, leave a question. Without further ado, though, we're gonna jump in here with Ramona Lane. So, guys, talk to me. How have you guys been doing today? It's been a long day, but we're here. It's finally happening. It's how you guys feeling?
It's great. Honestly, our heads are so big. We love being coddled around. It's fantastic. Anytime there's chips in the green room, we feel like we're superstars.
It's so true. The only thing that would have made it better is Gatorade, but there was ginger ale.
We'll make note of that.
Need some electrolytes sometimes,
Gotta keep them hydrated.
I'm supposed to shut my producer brain off when I'm hosting, but that is a really good note there. So thank you. So guys, talk to me. I love your music. I think to even try to put your sound into words is just such a disservice to the wide array of different genres and places that you take your music. But you guys actually told me when I sort of said that pre-show just in passing that you have a definition for your sound. So let's start there. If someone is new, someone's coming from a past episode like Slip Groove last month or Eerie the month before, whatever, our amazing back catalog, and they're just here to see another Our Band Show episode, what could you tell them about Ramona Lane?
Well, Ramona Lane is, we call it rhythm and punk. We coined our own term to express what we're trying to do. It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, with a little bit of this on top,
R&P. Redefining genres.
That's right. We're salt band, some rhythm and punk.
That is so cool, but also so accurate.
Thank you.
So I think like one of the things that really sucked me into the Ramona Lane discography right off the bat is the lyricism. It's like the icing on the cake of all of the music. So I kind of want to reverse engineer the Ramona Lane sound, and I kind of want to start with you, JP. Like, talk to me about the approach to writing your songs, because they feel very honest in a way where I'm a songwriter myself, and I'd kind of, not that I am afraid to get that in depth, I never have. It's very personal. It's very raw. What is your approach?
Oh, man, I love talking about my inadequacies. But, it definitely started with me as a singer-songwriter. So I came from that place where that's how I was writing, to just in my bedroom to, like, get out some feelings. And then as we grew more and more, I've learned to kind of write with my bandmates. And I've kind of also learned that I can't just give my heart out into, not that I don't give my heart out, but I give like all my true emotions out into every song. So I'm learning to be a better storyteller and still use my references and experiences in life, and then still put myself in the driver's seat, personifying, but then just telling it someone else's story or a fictionalized story.
The way you talk about love and romance is unlike something I've really heard in songs. There's only one other band that comes to mind. One of my favorite bands, they're called Space Hog, and the way that they dissect and really just like paint the picture of like, even if it is a nice love song, like not every aspect of it is perfect.
Sure.
It's very real life the way you write.
Oh, cool.
I'd be kind of scared to do that, but it seems to come naturally to you. You correct me if I'm wrong, but
yeah, man. I'm a rom-com kind of nerd,
Okay. What do you mean by that? You got to expand on that one for us.
I was just like, I just really like that milieu, that genre of singing about romance. Like, I come from, we all love like pop punk and alternative, and that's like what we're singing about. But even like older references, like I love The Cure or Elvis Costello, and it's very much in that kind of oh, girlfriend. And, like, we also come from, I think, like, we weren't, like, jocks or, like, cool guys, so we had to be cool rock and rollers to get the babes.
Almost there.
We're almost there.
If you guys aren't cool guys, then I don't know what to call Wild Style Kyle. Because look at him, man.
That's why he joined the band. He's the coolest guy we know.
He's taken our cool from, where it was to where it is now.
Big jump.
Leap. You don't sell yourself short. But no, in all seriousness, Kyle, I go to you because, the way JP approaches romance, it's very interesting to see how the songs you choose to play guitar on and piano on. And I know not all the songs are about romance, but from what I've listened, the ones that really resonate with me happen to be those songs. So how do you determine what your role is per song there Kyle? Because it seems to always fit the mood perfectly.
So I, as the, I guess, most recent member of the band, I've just tried my best to elevate all of the sound that we're making, try to, really integrate all the sounds that are going on around me and, accentuate that as best as I can while also, throwing in some funky rhythms and making it a little dancey and all that kind of good stuff.
You definitely achieved that. How long have you been in the band for? I can't say I knew you were the newest member.
4 years, almost 5 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just about, yeah.
Maybe it's like different counties, right? We're on the other side of the river. I wouldn't call you the newest member of the band. I would just say you're in the band. But
This is facts. These are facts.
Listen, you guys seem to be birds of a feather, and I respect the kinship. So whatever you guys are doing, it doesn't matter. It's working. So let's talk about the two guys holding down the sound for you. The low end and the rhythm section here. Let's start as I kind of did today from an audio engineering standpoint. Let's go with Badger, and then we'll move to Merv. So,
Hey.
Badger, dude, you have the touch that this band needs. Talk to me about
I
it.
got chops, kid.
You got chops, man. What's the
Captain
approach,
Danger
dude?
Badger.
First of all, I'm watching Pat here in the program viewing. We keep cutting to someone who just looks cooler and cooler, and like, and it's just amazing. And that's not an indictment on JP. The kid drips swag. I'm just saying, like, you guys are absolutely just rock stars. So talk to me about it, man. What's your approach to the drums, dude? Because you're crushing.
I've always wanted to be simple and effective. Like, I'm not the fastest. I'm not the best by any means. And I just want to do what's right for the song. And it's gotten me this far. I learned how to play drums to join this band. It's been a trip.
It's true.
Really? How long have you been in the band for, though? You're gonna say like 15 years.
Like
I know, it's
10
gonna
years
age us.
almost.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
We're all 22.
No, but dude, I mean, it's your touch is great. I don't know. In the 90s, there was like a little music scene based out of Seattle, and there's this band. They're called Nirvana. You guys should look them up.
Okay.
And
I saw them
Never heard of them.
at H&M.
yeah, okay, yeah, I saw that too.
I'm sorry,
Finally
I'm just getting political. Sorry.
Yeah, no, dude, please keep us out of that algorithm, man. I mean, we don't want to be there. But no, they're like this kind of like, I don't know what you'd call them, underground punk scene. There's got to be a word for it. But you remind me of their, they have a few drummers, but the final drummer, Dave Grohl, it's like every move he made was so impactful and important. And that's just the vibe I get, so.
He sounds pretty cool.
I would love to, I know we're joking, I would love to throw in, I love Badger's drumming because he brings so much emotion to the different pieces rather than like we're in this section and then that section and there's a fill. Like he really brings the emotion from one thing and then we land fully into the next one. And I love that about his drum writing.
Oh, shucks. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's when you pick your moments, it's always perfect as far as what I've been gathering. And you guys really work together, Merv. I mean, there seems to be a great cohesion there. Why don't you talk to me about it? What's your approach, dude?
Well, I mean, to start, like, I guess I'll preface and say that actually CD and I have been friends the longest. So we kind of have an unconscious kind of thing of like, oh, you're there? All right, cool, you're there. And I started on guitar and then I moved to bass because I realized that it was more essential and guitar players are a dime a dozen. No offense. But
You're correct.
I also play piano.
And he also plays piano. I can't forget that.
I started on bass and then I was too vain, so I went to guitar.
But yeah, I learned kind of like basic kind of like just structure of just like get your eighth notes, get in the pocket and figure that out. And then once I got all that stuff down, then I started playing with JP as a bass player, and then I really liked his songwriting, and as a guitar player turned bass player, I really appreciate playing like sevenths and thirds and minor thirds and stuff like that, because it helps the line move a little bit more and connect the pieces between like the two guitars or the guitar and the keys. And with what he lays down, there's a lot of room for me to not always play exactly particular, like, all right, I'm playing straight now, and then I'm going to play to a swing groove. Like, we have a nice play of dynamics that sometimes, like, I'll be a little ahead of the beat or a little behind the beat, depending on, like, if we're playing a hip-hop song or if it's a rock song or, you know, if it's one of our slower ones. It's a real, like, ebb and flow kind of thing that I'm grateful to say that it hasn't taken a lot of, like, actual grinding out of me and him solo. And I think it's just because we've played so many shows together that we just have this understandable dynamic.
Yeah, I feel it. It's pretty obvious. And it's great. I mean, you guys on that side of the river, there's something, like I said at the top of the show, there's really something different about it out there. I mean, every band we've had from the Ulster County area is just so well versed, so eclectic, and so tight. So
shouts out alliteration.
Yeah, no, we have some great bands on Dutchess County as well, of course. Alliteration, no momentum, but I mean, it's just great just to see, like, we can do our band show forever as long as things keep up in this region. So we've talked about your music quite a bit, and I think we're almost at that time where we should give the audience another taste. But before we do that, we want to ask you guys to support this little show of ours. If you guys would please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this video with a friend. It'll cost you nothing. It'll take you a second, and it'll mean the world to us. We really do appreciate that. And you know,
Stone Cold Stunner that subscribe button. Come on.
Ring that bell.
Yeah, ring that bell. And guys, go follow Ramona Lane. Where can they find you, gents? Shout it out real quick.
Yeah, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and we're on the, regular music streamers.
Apple, Spotify.
Yeah, we don't really do like the TikTok or Twitter thing for now, but yeah.
That's gonna change.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so we'll get at some other things that are coming down the pipe for Ramona Lane in a little bit. So stay tuned if you guys want to hear a special announcement, an Our Band Show exclusive, something coming for all of you Ramona Lane fans sooner than later. But until that moment arrives, we want to thank everyone who's watching us at home in the chat. If you guys are enjoying the show, show us some love. Comment some ducks in the chat. Join our gaggle.
Hit them with that quack.
Month
quack,
after
baby.
month, you guys flock to our show, and we really appreciate it. So, before we take flight into another set of music here, we just we would hope that you guys would participate and just throw some breadcrumbs at the band. It's that simple. Comment the duck emoji in the chat. And without further ado, my favorite song of the evening is particularly in the way that these gentlemen come together in harmony and whatnot. Fellas, would you do us the honor of taking it away with the first set of the night, starting off with a great little song called Board Game Shorty?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The song's about playing board games with a shorty.